You want to tell me who you are?
I'm Masha Raskolnikov.
And what brings you here? What are you here about?
Oh gosh, I'm on a mailing list, so I'm lucky enough to be invited to the party. But I also run the LBG and now LBGT program at Cornell University. So I guess in that capacity, I'm sort of looking around for people to bring to be speakers or something at my job.
Are there any trans people out at Cornell that are active?
There are. That said, most of them are graduate students and undergraduates rather than faculty. And so it falls to me, and I am not a trans person, but it falls to me to teach in the fall the first trans course. Or I think it's the first trans course. I might be wrong. At Cornell, at least in the English department.
That's incredible. This woman is going to teach a course on transgendered people.
Well, it's because I'm an English professor, it's probably going to be on stories about transgender people rather than about the people themselves. Like bring them in and make them dance for you.
Right. But any way to broach the subject, you know, stories and literature are just one of the many ways to bring this issue up and to educate it and use it as an opening for discussion about what gender's all about.
Well, that's the thing. I was initially going to call the class Queer Genders because I thought that way I would be able to talk about my own femgender and be less sort of like, hey, hi, I'm presenting an identity that isn't mine, like I'm an expert. But as it turns out, it's just going to be a trans class, and I'm just going to deal with trying not to take the position of being an authority on anything.
You know,
it's hard for a professor.
Maxine Rothblatt is one of the founders of Sirius Radio, and I said to her, there are thousands of genders, and she said, no, Randy, there are millions of genders.
I think that's probably quite true. But even if there are millions of genders, we have to organize according to the ones that are and aren't oppressed, the ones that people do or do not have to fight for. And so if you just say millions, sometimes that means you're just throwing your hands in the air and saying, oh my God, it's all vast and out of my control. So sometimes I want to codify it and say, here's this, here's that, and really analyze and talk about it so that we can organize for certain kinds of lives.
You know, you put your finger on something which I find to be most fascinating, because I don't think you can really organize the issues of gender, because there are so many variations. I mean, they're males that become females but remain attracted to women as they were originally. I have a friend who went from being a straight female, a woman who was attracted to men. She became a man who continued to be attracted to men, so she went from being a heterosexual female to a gay man. I mean, these things...
It's a big world, and desire is the least controllable thing in it.
And we live in these narrow confines where everyone wants to put a label on everybody and say, oh, that one fits there and this one fits there, and it just doesn't work out that way.
I think that's absolutely true.
Well, I want to wish you would. Have you any registration yet for this course? What's it going to be called?
I think it's being called like Transsexual and Transgender. It's a lousy title, but I didn't have time to work on it.
You think it's going to be popular?
It's already fully enrolled, so it's a full class already, so we'll just have to see.
So all you people out there who think that there isn't a great interest, Transgeneration on Sundance, Trans America the movie, and now in our colleges like Cornell, courses on transgendered people and transsexual people. It's a new cutting edge of the social debate in our society about what it means to be male or female or neither of the two.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.